people that were detained, Sam Larry, what's the popular guy name? Sam Larry and Naira Marley
Yes.
were detained. So the question is, are they still in detention?
What up, guys? It's your boy Bamsin, and we are back to back again on the Celebrity Fizzy. Now, before I start, I'd like you to pause a little bit and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's not going to cost you anything, and it's really going to help. Hit that subscribe button, bro. Thank you so much. Now, one of the questions that have been on the mind of most young people, especially people that are unmarried, that are basically cohabiting with their other halves without marriage, is that what would happen, or what would life be like at the eventuality of the death of their girlfriend? Now, I think this is a very tricky question. It's a very sensitive question, and I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on my enemies. I don't wish that on nobody. The truth of the matter is that I've not had that experience, God forbid, and I don't know anybody personally that have gone through such experience. But I hear that is a very devastating experience, and most people that have gone through those kind of experiences don't come back alive. Some of them lose their lives, some of them back prison sentences, and it's not always easy. It's always going to be really, really, really rough. I can understand, especially when you're coming from a place where you don't have the money and the influence, to sway things around. So right now we have a policeman in the house that is going to help us to answer the question of how life is going to be if your girlfriend actually dies in your house. Let's get into it.
Friend dies in your house, what do you do? That's the question. Now, he replied, it's a very tough and serious question, but this lawyer has done justice to the question. An autopsy will be carried out on the corpse, but what happens from the time you report till when the autopsy result comes out is between you and your God and your destiny. And pray the autopsy reveals the cause of death to be natural, if not, to your tent, O Israel. Now, this particular response by the PRO of Delta State Police Command didn't really sit well with many Nigerians, because we had expected a more clarifying answer, but this is what we got as an answer. So in your own response as well to if your girlfriend dies in your house, what is expected to be done? What would the Nigerian police do at that point in time?
I'll use Mohbad as an example. So Mohbad died, and of course an autopsy was done.
Yeah.
And we're expecting the result of the autopsy. Till date, the result is not out.
Now, at the point or at the time of this review, that autopsy result is out. Now, it's reported that the doctors couldn't ascertain the exact cause of Mohbad's death because his body has, decayed so much beyond any autopsy. That's the report. Let's go ahead.
Now, the people that were detained, Sam Larry, what's the popular guy name? Sam Larry and Naira
Marley, yeah.
Yes. Were detained. So the question is, are they still in detention? No. So there's nothing like, until the autopsy result comes out, you will see hell.
Now, I find this very, very disturbing. Like, the example he just used is a very odd example. That's because Naira Marley and Sam Larry are exceptions. Naira Marley and Sam Larry are millionaires in dollars. They are influential people in Nigeria. These are the people that know the people that know the people that know the people in the government and in the police force. So they can sway things. And the treatment that Sam Larry and Naira Marley would get would be different from the treatment that an everyday Nigerian, somebody who has no influence, who has no much money to sway things, it will be different. Even the police station, the place they're going to keep Sam Larry and Naira Marley is going to be different from the place that they're going to keep an ordinary Nigerian that is passing through this kind of situation. So that's why I find this very disturbing, because it is look, it's so hurtful that people are so disconnected from reality, especially young people. When I see young people, they are so disconnected from reality. It's so hurtful. There's one example that I find very interesting, that I think that most people can relate to. Now, it's about one of my uncle. My uncle is a truck driver, so he got a land somewhere at home to build his house. He managed to put up a structure and raise it up to roof level. He roofed it, and without no windows and no doors. Now, somebody was depressed in his house and decided to go and do the worst. And he went into my uncle's uncompleted building in the night and hung himself. Now, the police was called in for investigation, and without any doubt, they did their investigation, and without any doubt, it was a clear case of suicide. Now, even when it was so clear that it was suicide, my uncle was arrested, and he almost paid with his life. He was arrested and detained for months, and he had to order his siblings to sell that house and sell the land to save him from jail. He's an ordinary Nigerian. It is so clear that it's suicide and it's not his fault. But my uncle almost paid for his life. These are ordinary Nigerians going through things. If you see the way that the police and the society treats an ordinary Nigerian, is way different from a privileged Nigerian, from a Nigerian that is rich and affluent and has a lot of influence in society. It's well different. That's why I find this example very odd, because it is way out of reality. It is absurd, and I find this very disturbing, and I think you should. Let's keep on listening.
You'll be in detention, you don't know. So I'm giving you a real life example. They're home. And once the result is out, the case continues. So they're granted bail. So it's on individual basis anyway. So if a girlfriend dies in someone's house, yeah, definitely the person is a suspect. Definitely.
Yeah, the person is a suspect, but the law states that a suspect is innocent until he's proven guilty. But in the case of an ordinary Nigerian, guys, an ordinary Nigerian, you're being treated as if you're guilty until the test result comes out to prove your innocence. That's how they're going to treat you. I don't know what this guy is saying, bro. Maybe he's trying to protect the image of the police or stuff like that. But I tell you, bro, if you go out there, you're gonna find that some of these things he's saying are just false. They might be beautiful on paper, by the constitution, it might be so. But on the ground, what really happens is a total different game.
Suspect does not mean you are the criminal. We are just suspecting. And if you can clear your name, then you go home.
Now, look, the moral of the story is that if you have somebody's daughter at home that you're not married to and you're cohabiting with her, you might as well rethink. Because if she happens to die at home, it's going to be, look, your life is going to change. And is it worth it? You should rethink it. Young folks should learn to actually get married before staying together, period. Because you don't want to go through all this. I think that the percentage of your girl dying at home, at your house, when she's in your house, is 99%. She has 99% die in your house when she's living in your house. But when she's living with her parents or her family, then the possibility of her dying in your house reduce dramatically. So, bro, save yourself, man. If you really want to live with a girl or a guy, you should get married and save yourself from all this crap. It's your boy, Abamson. Back to back at it again on the Celebrity Fizzy. Thank you so much. If you find value in what I do, hit the subscribe button. I want to know your opinion on the comment section. Thank you so much. Peace out.